So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody world over in the different continents, wherever you are. Green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. We extend you a very warm welcome to yet another very powerful evening, Ayurveda for the global wellness with Namo Gange. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry, which is a confluence of the non-resident Indians world over, and the Namo Gange, we extend you a very warm welcome. It's a morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Let me go from one continent to the another continent so that we all can be joined. Those are brothers and sisters, those are in Canada, whether on the eastern coast or western coast, those are in America, those are in Latin America. We extend you a very warm morning, wonderful morning, happy morning, green morning, and of course, a good day ahead. Please take care of your health, take care of your wellness, do some exercise, do some yoga, and also at the same time, if you're enjoying your cup of coffee and tea, please go ahead with that. And meanwhile, we will have some deliberation. We have got some distinguished guests and some experts from the wellness industry, Ayurveda, and the global fraternity. They all will discuss everything with you, what all can be done wonderful. So from Canada, from United States, and from Latin America, let me move further and I come to Europe. I know you all enjoyed your wonderful lunch, and I hope you're taking care of your health and your wellness. At the same time, before you go for your evening tea and coffee, let's spend some time together, 45 minutes or 1 hour or so, and open your Facebook, open your watch parties, come on Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page, and all of us, we are together. I'm thankful to all my presidents, my advisors, my research associates, and the confluence of our entire team in 149 countries. Wherever you are, whatsoever efforts you are putting in, we are proud of you. From there, let me come to Central Asia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, all the places what we have got. Dobre večer, drage Instituta Padalam Turizma I Upravlenia Duroputichetsui Rastritya Instituta Padalams. Thank you very much for joining us from the Central Asia. We extend a very hearty welcome to all of you. And from there, let me move to South Asia. What a beautiful Afghanistan, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Maldives, all the wonderful countries we have got in South Asian region. And let me take a total turn and go to 650 million people. They are right in 10 countries of the ASEAN, Southeast Asia, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, and Vietnam. Wherever you are, we extend you a very warm welcome. I know this is a dinner time for you, and some of you must be having about 8:30 or 9 or 9:30 or even going to 10 o'clock. So hearty welcome to all of you. Thanks for joining. Thank you to my president also joining all the way from Thailand. Immediate my past president joining from Los Angeles, and also our future president from Malaysia. I'm grateful to all of you. Thank you very much for joining. And of course, we have got Cambodia, Indo-Cambodian Chamber of Commerce, Sandeep Majumdarji. Thanks a lot. Naresh ji from Myanmar, the Indo-Myanmar Chamber of Commerce. Thanks a lot. And Ramesh ji, thanks for joining from Ho Chi Minh City, from Vietnam, to be a part of it. And let me go a little beyond ASEAN also. And I take you to 270 wonderful families in Bahrain. They all join us from there. Mrs. Geeta Chopra and Rajneesh Chopra ji, thanks for bringing all the people with you. And then I come to the Middle East, and Assalamu alaikum. Wish you all a great evening, wonderful evening, happy evening. I know you are having your tea, you are enjoying your coffee. Keep enjoying, but be with us. And ladies and gentlemen, people, all my brothers and sisters, those are joining from Doha, Qatar, those are joining from Oman, those are joining from Kuwait, those are joining from Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Dubai. Hearty welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much. And some of the people are joining from Saudi Arabia also. Thanks a lot for being a part of this particular program. I go all the way to Mauritius. I hope the ship has been taken care of, the oil spill has been taken care of. And in the Port Louis, lot of people from Bihar, those were taken for the sugarcane plantation over there. They also join us every evening. Hearty welcome to all my brothers and sisters right over there. Let's go to Seychelles also. Thank you very much for joining. Let me come to Dr. Mishra in Kenya, people in South Africa, Nairobi, and then I'm moving to Zimbabwe, Uganda, Senegal, all the places wherever you're joining us from. Great welcome to each one of you from the African continent also. And I won't disturb. Let people in Australia, Fiji, and New Zealand dream about Ayurveda for global wellness while having a wonderful, without any disturbance, good sleep. So, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, 22nd of August, 2020, let me come back to Bharat. नमस्कार प्रणाम आप सबका आज की शाम बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आज की शाम आपके लिए एक और खूबसूरत खुशनुमा शाम। देखिए भारत में केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं, अपना ख्याल रखिए, अपने परिवार का ख्याल रखिए, अपने पड़ोसियों का ख्याल रखिए, अपनी सभ्यता में जितने लोग आसपास जुड़े हुए हैं, अपने राज्य में, अपनी संस्था में, अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, उन सब का ख्याल रखिए। यदि आप स्वस्थ रहेंगे तो भारत स्वस्थ रहेगा, और भारत स्वस्थ रहेगा तो विश्व स्वस्थ रहेगा। That is the way you have to take the entire chronology, analogy, because it is a Vasudev Kutumbakam. That's what we have to talk about and we have to think. Ladies and gentlemen, world over, wherever you are joining, open your Facebook, come to Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page, and let me share some of the slides, because every time you ask me that do let us know what is the purpose of education, why education, and under making education relevant, what is the relevance of Ayurveda for global wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are happy, if your mind is fine, if your body is fine, and if you are having a wellness therapy for yourself, then absolutely, because your health and wellness is the integral part of your life, and we want you all should be healthy. Okay, Monday to Friday, every evening 7 to 8 p.m. we talk about basically making education relevant, where schools, colleges, institutions, vice chancellors, directors, and all the technocrats from world over, they join the people and they tell us how to empower the education system, how to provide seamless connectivity, what is the new education policy in India, what change it will bring, how it is going to help the global empowerment, and what exactly is the 6% of the GDP which is going to be spent in the education system in India. That all is being taken care of. But every Saturday we talk exclusively about your health. So today is the evening, wonderful evening, blessed evening, when we are talking about your wellness and your global wellness. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are thankful to Namo Gange, because particularly Anshul Agrawal ji, he is a wonderful person, very dynamic and a very vibrant person. So their main objective of the organization is health and wellness, nature and environment, Kala and Sanskriti, and women empowerment. We are grateful to them to be a part of this particular journey. The entire packaging is being done with the efforts of Namo Gange and of course particularly Anshul Agrawal ji. Now during this lockdown, ladies and gentlemen, the thought process is affected. Negativity is coming in. Businesses are affected. We know you're having financial challenges, and at the same time you've got physical and mental challenges. And the main part of the universe, education, that is deeply affected. I'm not going to get into details of that today, because I discussed with Anshul, will not take more than 10 minutes. Vasudev Kutumbakam, one world, one love, one family, all of us together. Ladies and gentlemen, we go fast. Making education relevant, life management skills, that is something very important. What is being taught, if that is not applicable in your day-to-day life, then what is the purpose of that education? If your child is doing a polytechnic diploma in electrician and he doesn't know how to change a choke and a starter of the tube light, then what is the use of that particular program? Your child is doing plumber course and he doesn't know how to change the washer in the tap, then I think it's better not to do that course. So practical, that's what we have to talk about. Monday to Friday and Saturday morning. Saturday evening we are with you now, but every Saturday morning 500 million plus people from world over, Buddhism followers and Buddhist confluence, International Buddhist Confederation, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya, and he is the Secretary General of the International Buddhist Confederation. We are thankful to them. This morning we had the international delegates. Now ladies and gentlemen, come Sunday morning, भारत की संस्कृति, भारत की परंपरा, भारत की हेरिटेज, उस सब की जब हम बातचीत करते हैं तो तक्षशिला और नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी, इन सब की बातचीत करते हैं. नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी being the first university of the world, which is a residential university with 10,000 students, 2,000 acharyas, all subjects being taught. और देखिए सब कुछ यहाँ से बाहर चला गया और रीपैकेज होके पेटेंट होके वापस कंट्री में आ रहा है, क्योंकि हमारे आयुर्वेदिस्ट ने किसी के साथ शेयर ही नहीं किया कि हमारी पैथी क्या है. It's so unfortunate. Lot of them took the knowledge and the wisdom with them, their expertise, to the graveyard. I wish they would have shared. So every Sunday morning, we have got Srimad Bhagavad Gita's relevance for today's education system. And now we have started with the 10 main Upanishads. And the professor comes from America. Come Saturday, now Saturday evening, we are already with you. And then comes Sunday morning, Sunday evening, I'm coming to 5 p.m. on Sunday evening. We take you to the ASEAN, India-ASEAN relationship. That is the way we have to look into, we have to work into, and we have to plan into. Now, this is new edition. 3 weeks back, it has been lined up because Anshul Agarwalji last time told me there are a lot of people, those are having a small business and they are suffering. They are having a lot of difficulties. So the chairman and the managing director who just finished his tenure with NSIC from the Ministry of Commerce, the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, we have brought him in the fold and he's the one who is bringing experts. So tomorrow evening, 7 p.m., if you're interested to know something about micro, small and medium enterprise, do join us. It's wonderful. Now, we started this particular web series on 5th of June. That's a World Environment Day. Jal hai to kal hai. Jal sanrakshan is very important. Every drop of the water has to be safe. This is the research till 15th of August. भारत के 74वें भारत के स्वतंत्रता दिवस तक 25 मार्च से लेकर वहां तक जो 150 कंट्रीज की रिसर्च इकट्ठी की गई हमारे चेंबर के माध्यम से, हमारे सब रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स की जो सिंथेसिस हमने कैरी किया, तो द न्यू गोल्डन ट्रायंगल इज नॉट दिल्ली, आगरा, जयपुर. B2B is no more business to business. B2B is now back to basics. And golden triangle is सबसे पहले भोजन की व्यवस्था. You got to have organic farming right at your residence. अपने किचन गार्डन में, रूफ टॉप में, जहां भी जगह मिलती है, सब्जियां उगाइए, जितनी सब्जियां उगा सकते हैं, ऑर्गेनिक खाइए. नंबर 2, पॉजिटिव सोचिए, पॉजिटिव रहिए, पॉजिटिव थॉट प्रोसेस रखिए, फैमिली में प्यार रखिए, एक दूसरे के साथ अच्छे से बातचीत कीजिए, हेल्थ और वेलनेस का ख्याल रखिए, हॉलिस्टिक हीलिंग में जाइए. नंबर 3, एजुकेशन सेक्टर. एजुकेशन कभी भी वापस जनवरी फरवरी के मोड में नहीं जाएगी. Come whatever may, we got to go ahead now. It's going to be a digital, it's going to be technology based, it's going to be a flip learning, it's going to be a blended learning, it's going to be outside the classroom learning. So that's what we have to understand. This is the last slide of today. मस्तिष्क के अंदर की सारी गरारियां जो चल रही हैं, वो कहती हैं whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So ladies and gentlemen, let's come together, making education relevant while taking care of your wellness also, because today our distinguished guests, they are going to share their vision, their thought processes, and whatever expertise they will bring to you this evening, the entire globe is going to get benefited. You keep asking me whole week, how can we be a part of the Ayurveda? How can we bring that entire thing over here in the globe? So today is the day. Patch up with them, match up with them, join them, be with them, post your questions in the Facebook, on the watch party. If you want to come in the webinar directly, you can post it over here also. We look forward to that. So ladies and gentlemen, making education relevant, global confluence of educators, motivators and the youth from the world over. International Chamber for Service Industry, www.ICSIindia.in. If you wish to be a panelist or you want to send in suggestion, email is given over here. WhatsApp numbers are also given over here. And this is the song which is getting dedicated to the new education policy of India. Heartiest congratulations to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Education Minister of India, entire cabinet and all the stakeholders, those are directly or indirectly. And of course, my wellness experts will also bear with me that music is very important. If you enjoy music, if you listen to music, if you sing या आप humming करते हैं, गुनगुनाते हैं, तो आपके बॉडी में एक अलग तरीके के juices निकलते हैं. At the age of 70, if I'm carrying the energy of 20-year-old boy, this is all because of my lifestyle. And music plays very, very important role in my life.
विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर, शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर सबका ही कल्याण करो। भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो। आर्यभट्ट से उज्ज्वल शिक्षक पूर्ण जगत में छा जाओ। आर्यभट्ट से उज्ज्वल शिक्षक पूर्ण जगत में छा जाओ। श्रेष्ठ वर्ग के तारे बन के अपना नाम भी चमकाओ। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर, शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर सबका ही कल्याण करो। शंखनाद से सकल जगत में गौरवमय गुणगान करो। गगन कल्पना एपीजे कलाम और भगत सिंह बन जाओ। साहस भर के झांसी जैसा जीवन का बलिदान करो। गगन कल्पना एपीजे कलाम और भगत सिंह बन जाओ। साहस भर के झांसी जैसा जीवन का बलिदान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो।
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so grateful to them. Thank you very much. And I think from there, ladies and gentlemen, let me proceed further. And I take you to my further distinguished guest of the evening. And it's a great pleasure this evening. And we all should be very happy that the music plays very important role. This song is dedicated to the nation, to India, because Bharat ko punah Vishwa Guru banna hai. So we dedicate this particular song to every Indian and particularly to the education fraternity. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got 4 Yodhas, 4 warriors, 4 distinguished guests this evening with Anshu Agarwal ji. We have got Shri Ajit Kaikani ji. and he is the Director, Growth and Corporate Training at the Buoyancy, a pharmacist by profession. He is for more than 15 years in the profession of teaching, manufacturing, and selling chemicals. He shifted his focus to be the preventive pharmacist through the backward integration. He has trained over 2,500 engineering college teachers through the World Bank project and over 10,000 teachers all over India on how to make classes interesting by improving their delivery. Wonderful, sir. It's a pleasure. That is the need of the hour in the new education policy also, because teacher empowerment is one of the concern which the Honorable Prime Minister has also emphasized and the Education Minister has also emphasized. So I'm so grateful to you that you have joined us this evening. With his pharma background and the UNIDO support, he has motivated employees of many MNCs and corporate houses. He conducts training in the 6 languages across India: Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Konkani, Kannada, and English. Wow, that's great. It's a pleasure. I'm so happy, sir, because with you, at least I can also speak 6 languages. He has also been the part of the large change initiative of the large branch, ITC Chopal, directing MBA and agriculture students to direct farmers, and also supported the game changer launch of the Bisleri 500 ml all over India. We extend a very hearty welcome to Ajit Kaikani ji. He is very kind to have joined us here. I'm pretty sure, and I would make a humble request to you, sir, this evening, kindly give the total focus how to empower our teachers, how to empower our education system. And if we have got good teachers, because it is not the IIMs, the IITs, they are doing wonderful. The intake is so good, the output of the company and the factory has to be good. Now, Dr. Mahapatra Arun Kumar ji, he is the assistant professor, doctor of Department of the Bal Rog, and his area of specialization in Ayurveda is KaumarbhrityaAnd, an area of research in childhood nutritional disorders and pediatric mental health. He is the author of the 3 wonderful books published by All Indian Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi: Common Painful Conditions and Their Management Through Ayurveda, and Chini Come. Wow, I think there was a movie also, something like that. A comic book for awareness on diabetes and its complications. Okay. Do Doston Ki Kahani, a comic book for the awareness on cancer. Great to have you, Dr. Mahapatra Sahab. I presume because coming from the armed forces, I was major in the army. And when I look back, I think Mahapatras, my friends, are from Odisha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Then we have got the Dr. Aryan Mittal, Director Living Roots. Dr. Aryan Mittal always believed in body's self-healing ability. I totally agree with you, Mittal Sahab. Enhancing and nurturing it with the quality food. Yes, I totally agree with you. With nutrients and boosting the immune. Yes, I'm right. I think what you are saying is the first sentence itself gives me so wonderful. I eat only once. At the age of 70, how I carry the energy of 20-year-old boy? Because when you eat less and feed less, your body works more. His focus is to achieve the homeostasis of the body by adapting the principles of eating right and following the laws of the nature. Yes, we should follow the law of nature. This is a message I think Dr. Aryan is going to give to everybody. Get up early and sleep early. After this particular webinar, I just sleep like a log and I get up at 3:30 in the morning. That I have maintained for last 45 years. I'm 70-year young, and the energy, if you see inside me, that's of just 20-year-old boy. He has successfully organized various events, workshops, seminars, training, checkup camps in and around Delhi NCR so far, and also gives online consultancies as well. His clients are from all walks of life. Living Roots gives consultancy on various health concerns of mind, body, and soul. Yes, great. So hearty welcome to Dr. Aryan Mittal also this evening. Pleasure to have him. डॉक्टर धन्वंतरी त्यागी जी, धन्वंतरी जी तो आपका तो नाम ही नमस्कार प्रणाम आपको. डॉक्टर धन्वंतरी त्यागी जी, he is the managing director Dhanvantri Ayurveda Specialty Hospital, consultant surgeon, Ayurvedic practitioner, educationist, Ayurveda entrepreneur, district secretary Mahapatra, and patron Merit Doctors Association, district convener Arogya Bharti Hapur membership. You must be very happy, Dr. Saab, because my immediate boss from the Indian Army, General VK Singh has done a wonderful work from Ghaziabad towards Meerut, the entire development process, what all has taken place over there. And another friends of mine, those are from the armed forces, they have done wonderful. Now the parking system and everything, what all has been done in Meerut with the help of the army, that's a wonderful job with the Deputy Commissioner of the local area, because I went last and when I saw, it was an altogether different Meerut. Patron All India Ayurvedic Congress New Delhi, life member Vishwa Ayurveda Parishad, life member National Integrated Medical Association. Hearty welcome to Dr. Dhanvantri Tyagiji this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, this we are not going to share, this we will have next time because that's related to the youth. So ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to have these 4 warriors and 4 yodhas and 4 wonderful people. And first I am going to get you a person who can speak 6 languages, who can talk in different languages. So world over, those speak and those understand his languages, you all will feel very, very much at home this evening. Because in between, I will request Dr. Saab, maybe few sentences in Konkani also, few sentences in Marathi also, because I want the whole world should feel very happy that we have got Dr. Ajit Ji this evening, who comes from our soil, our place, our people. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, and I must share, we have got some people joined us from South Korea, Taiwan and Japan also. It's almost 11:45 and 11:50 in the night time, but it is a Shivasanaratyo Tatako Shivasanarataido de Shimnaso. They are from Sapporo, Hokkaido, Kobe, Kyoto, Fukuoka, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Yokohama. Great evening and salutation. And Dr. Christie, you just sent a WhatsApp to me and I was so happy. You're joining us from Taiwan. And Jitendra ji, when are you going to close your restaurant in Seoul? Because it's quite late in the evening. I know people enjoy Indian curry and Indian food. So ladies and gentlemen, with these words, I extend a very hearty welcome. Right, all of us extend a very hearty welcome to Shri Ajit Kaikenichi.
Good evening to you, friends. After listening to a very fiery talk by Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma, I think it's a very, very big challenge for me because, you see he has shaken the whole world. And, the way he speaks, the way he vibrates is a big, big challenge for these 4 pillars, which is, Yodha. But believe me, the major who's sitting there is really charging us. My dear friends, I am very, very happy and thankful to this wonderful, ICSI who has given this opportunity to talk about something very, very vibrant. And, with your permission, I would like to put this particular PPT because, my dear friends, please understand, today what I'm going to talk about is something very, very near and dear to me. Why is it very, very near and dear to me? Because as a chief pharmacist, I found youngsters coming to hospital with tension, stress, depression, and youth coming with blood pressure and heart attack, something which I had not heard of. So I decided at the age of 35 that something is going wrong. And I found out that what was going wrong was in our schools, the pressure, the unnecessary competitions, the unnecessary conditioning, the unnecessary criticisms and comparisons were killing our wonderful children. And I realized that I've been requested to be speaking on mental robustness, but just now Major Saab told me that I should be talking for the teachers also. Yes, give me any topic. I'm going to, mix mental robustness as to how the teacher is responsible for mental robustness. Because, my dear friends, if you see beautifully put by Dr. Aryan, that you are born with health. Look at the spelling of health. TH means position, 5th position, 6th position. TH means position. We are born with health. My dear friends, please realize that hope is something which is very, very ingrained in all the children. They fail, they fall down, but they never give up. Why is it that the children, when they fail in examination, go and commit suicide? Because this hope is lost in our school and college. Happiness we are born with. Have you seen a child when we were children? My father spanked me. In 2 minutes, I was back to my father. Today, most of the sons have a problem with their fathers. Most of the daughters have a problem with their mothers. Why? Because the opposites repel, only because we have not been taught how to have harmony. We are harming each other for money, because that is the nonsense which is taught to us in our school and college, to run after success. But what about wellness? What about happiness? What about usefulness? These three pillars of life are not told. And if you see here, my dear friends, why is it that the human species is so very, very vibrant? Because we have got two very, very important, things which we can do as a species, and that is to interpret and that is to discriminate. And therefore, my dear friends, by choosing, we can decide how to nurture my nature physically, how I can, mentally stimulate my thoughts and thinking. This is never taught in school and college. Every time I made a mistake, I was told, Ajit, why did you make a mistake? Next time, without asking me, don't do it. So my man, you stopped using a tail and the tail vanished. My thoughts and thinking are not allowed to be used. And therefore, most of the children are not allowed to think. And therefore, my thoughts and thinking get affected. My dear friends, happiness is nothing but emotional. Show me a child who is unhappy and I will give you anything you want. They spring back, they bounce back, because emotional resilience is what we are born with. Unfortunately, we are snubbed, we are clubbed, and our emotion resilience is, squeezed, driven out of us. And therefore, my dear friends, you will find today people commit suicide. Harmony, something, my dear friends, is very, very important for our relational needs. But unfortunately, what has happened? We are, being taught to go after success. And if you see this particular things, my dear friends, look at the top left. We need to balance our physical, mental, emotional, existential, physical strengths, mental robustness, emotional stability, existential energies. And if you see, the stability of mind can only come when we establish our mind. The concentration, focus, attention, nobody teaches. My teacher is to catch me. Ajit, concentrate, man. I don't like this. Pay attention. This is not the way. Focus. But no teacher, no parent ever taught me how to concentrate, how to focus. And therefore, I made it my mission, my dear friends, that in the next 5 years, I'm going to find out how to teach my children. And I'm very proud to tell you that we took government school children who are not passing, and within 2 years, we brought the school to 100% passing. I took my security and made him now he's a sales manager at the Dubai airport. My attender, who had not seen a school 2 years back, got a national award for the school which he has started in his village. My attender just bought his 3rd flat in Bangalore. My dear friends, we are the product of the winning sperm. We have been made to forget this nonsense. This is the thing which I'm spreading to the society, that we have been born to win, conditioned to be losers. And therefore, my dear friends, my only job is to make people to realize we are a blessed species, human being. How did that word human come? Human means humus. We are born from earth plus fungus, which is humus, and we will go back to humus. But unfortunately, we are, our ego is pumped by remembering how many planets are there, the sequence of the planets. But nobody taught me this planet called me. And I decided I'm going to teach children how to understand what this planet called me is. And my dear friends, I make people to realize that the muscles of the mind, there are so many: memory, imagination, concentration, focus, attention, intention, interest, and nobody told me all this. हमको मन की शक्ति देना मन विजय करे, लेकिन किसी ने मुझे बताया नहीं कि मन को किस तरह से विजय करना है. ये तो सिर्फ एक एक प्रेयर बन गया है, एक प्रार्थना रह गई है. मैं जब छोटा था मैंने सुना था, लेकिन मुझे प्रश्न पता, उसका उत्तर पता नहीं था, उसका अर्थ पता नहीं था. When I understood the depth of it, and I realized, my dear friends, if only हम तन के ऊपर गौर करते हैं, मन के ऊपर गौर नहीं करते हैं. लेकिन मेरा कहना है कि धन के पीछे मत भागो, तन और मन को साधन बनाओ, और साधना के साथ उसको एक अपना टूल बनाओ, और इस तरह से जिंदगी बिताओ कि अपनी जिंदगी संवर जाए. And that is why, my dear friends, in our life we call prana, and prana has come from the word, I will not say it has come from the word, spirus means breath. Spirus means breath. That is how that word spirituality, actuality of life is. If your spirus is not existing, you are dead. And therefore, my dear friends, spirituality word has come from the word spirus. And therefore, my dear friends, our job in Ayurveda, Ayur means life, Veda means knowledge. We are not taught this, as rightly put out by Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma. India was, a very powerful place for studies. Unfortunately, today it has become a tertiary, or, we have not given importance to it. People have slowly started coming, and we have to awaken. When Swami Vivekananda said, arise and awake, utho mat jago, hum jagna abhi shuru karna chahiye, because my dear friends, it's very, very necessary. Don't live for survival. Everybody is talking about safety and security. Life is not safety and security. It is only, excitement, exuberance, empathy. And that is how we need to live our life. Now I'm going to come to realities in producing results, my dear friends. And I realize that there are, in the self, there are many layers. My physical self is, fire, water, wind, earth, ether. Nobody told me the properties of that. Then we have Panch Indriya, then Panch Karmindriyas. All this nobody taught me. They only taught me everything about the land. And they gave me a prize if I knew the president of some country. How the hell am I going to live my life, man? For me to become dynamic and complicated, I have to understand the many layers of the human beings. Then there is a surrounding. I'm a pharmacist. And, you can create a surrounding which is dynamic, and with techniques and technology, it can be controlled. Then there are systems. System is 100% static. SOPs are there now, so you need not worry. But what is very, very complicated is the situation which is created by people. You see the turmoil in the world because we have been taught you should come first in the class, and we have been made enemies of each other. But in our education system, originally, we were made to understand the importance of giving that consciousness, living with consciousness. Now come to this. My dear friends, we have been taught in magnet that all the ions have to be aligned. What about the ions in me? Physical, mental, emotional, psychological, and existential. Nobody told me about these ions. And I realized that if I want to develop my intellectual well-being, I have to combine my physical and mental. And to do relational things, I have to have my physical, mental, and emotional. And to have a professional thing, I also have to incorporate my psychological. And financial also the same thing. But do you know why I have made intellectual and financial bold? Because nobody gives interest to all the rest. They are only going for education. मुझे job चाहिए. एक job के लिए जा रहे हैं. And my dear friends, job तो लेते हैं, लेकिन बाद में job के लिए जाते हैं और weekend की राह देखते हैं, because weekday बहुत weak हो जाता है. कुछ पसंद ही नहीं काम में. मेरी जो potential है वो possibility के साथ match नहीं हो रही है. My dear friends, please understand, you need to match your potentials within to the possibilities outside with a beautiful bridge with a purpose. And you will find that emotionally, my love, my empathy, and my anger, and my fear, and my sorrows, they need to be understood. These are the emotional 5 basic elements. If I don't have knowledge about this, I will not be able to manage my emotions. In psychological things, I'm a conditioned person. Then there is a gatekeeper in my conditioned subconscious mind. And psycho-cybernetics, Major Sahib will tell how, the bomb goes in search of the submarine. So we have a bomb here. If some nice thing is told to me, it revolts and, blocks it, because my so many beliefs and values have been given to me. And today we are at war only because, my dear friends, we have forgotten religion has come from the word religer. Religer means to unite. Are we uniting or are we separating? So we need to learn to unite and respect each other because our elements are the same. And if you see this, my dear friends, existential, we have given too much importance to intellectual, but intelligence is something which is given to you. It was told about, if you mind it and you believe it, you can achieve it. How can you achieve it? Only when the intelligence and the intellect are matching. My dear friends, Aham Brahmasmi has come from the word because God means self-generating. We are self-generating in my mother's womb. We are self-operating. Breathing is automatic. Digestion is automatic. and forming of organs is automatic. We're self-destructing. All your, bacteria, all your infections, all your destroyed cells, they are reorganized. So God is in me. If the heat of the sun is in the rays of the sun, the creator is in the creation. If God has created me, aham brahmasmi. And in English it means enthusiasm. En means inside, theos means God. Ism is I believe God is in me. And therefore, my dear friend, a person who lives according to his being, he will never be, without enthusiasm. Look at the beautiful gifts existential has offered us. Talents and thoughts and tests and trials and tendencies and temperaments. Do we know that? I don't know it. जो जीता वही सिकंदर. ए सिकंदर, मैं तेरे अंदर क्या है वो जरा देख. अगर वो पता चलेगा ना, देख अंदर देख क्या है. What is the barrier, what is the blockages and what will propel you. वो जब तक हम जानते नहीं है, बड़ा बड़ा क्वालिफिकेशन, अंदर का क्वालिटीज कौन लेगा. बड़े लेवल आ रहे हैं लेकिन अंदर का लेवल कौन देखेगा. जब तक अंदर का लेवल और अंदर का क्वालिटीज नहीं देखोगे तो जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. My dear friends, please understand. I need to develop my traits. I need to use the tempo. Tempo is time. I should develop the tenacity. The tractions will come in my life. The COVID is a traction. But my dear friends, nobody taught me how to take my mind into my control. इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर न होना. उसका मतलब है हम विश्वास लेकर आए हैं. क्यों कमजोर हो रहा है? क्योंकि इतनी शक्ति, लेकिन हमने इतना का उतना बना दिया, ईगो ला लिया. इतनी शक्ति को निकाल दिया. शक आ रहा है अभी लोगों में. शक, डाउट एंड फियर हैज बीन इंस्टिल्ड इन देम. इतनी शक्ति हमें, मुझे नहीं. माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हमें. दे ना दाता, लेकिन दाता ने दिया है. वो दिया जलाओ यार अपने अंदर. वो दिया जलाओ तो सब कुछ सवर जाएगा. And then, my dear friends, thinking has to be taught. Innovate, renovate, ideate, create. There are so many muscles of thinking. Unfortunately, we have not been, exposing all these things. The techniques and the technology has to be used with great, caution, tranquility of the mind. And when you are balanced with all these things, my dear friends, the trust we developed is something fantastic. And therefore, my dear friends, we need to be taking charge of our life. We need to be leading ourselves. You don't have to go outside. My dear friends, you need not teach a seed to become a tree. We are the human seed, born with health and happiness and harmony and hope. Why are we struggling? Everything, one zygote is forming 60 trillion cells and forming my body completely. Why are we running after some things which are coming from outside? I will not take my Maruti car to Mercedes for servicing, nor will I take Mercedes car to Maruti for servicing. Then why should I go to another doctor? Because this body has been created by me. It is self-healing, self-curating. So my dear friends, I only have to take charge of my life. And therefore, if I take charge of my life, my changes I can manage, my challenges I can manage, and crisis I can manage. Only when I respect changes, only when I respect challenges, and only when I respect crisis. Because my dear friends, if you don't nurture your nature to mature, you cannot create a good future. So please understand, the university of diversity is the only thing which will help you to build mental robustness. And if you want to build mental robustness, please learn about yourself. If you only discover about this human being, my dear friends, nobody on earth can touch you. You are born to win, conditioned to be losers. I was told not to cross 10 minutes. My 10 minutes are over. Thank you very much, Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma.
Sir, people are enjoying it so much. If you want to take more time, sir, you can take.
So I can go on. My problem is, I used to be thrown.
We will get you again, sir, after we have finished the complete round. Because people are enjoying. I'm getting wonderful comments from world over. So
thank you.
If you finish the one round, we will get you again, sir.
Please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Could you please close your presentation?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me just close this presentation also. And now let me extend. I was so emotionally carried by you because people world over, they enjoyed. Because you spoke from heart. And
Yes.
anybody who speaks from heart and when it comes from within and it is not a paperwork, then you get connected. Because it is no more communication in the world. It is connecting with the world. That's very important. Very, very important. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much, Ajiji. May I now request Dr. Mahapatra, Arun Kumar ji, kindly discuss and share your thought process with us. And Ajit ji, be ready for teacher empowerment for 8 to 10 minutes at the end. We are going to get to it.
Okay.
Dr. Mahapatra ji,
Yes, sir.
the world is yours now.
My screen is visible now?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah, please go ahead.
So first of all, thank you very much for having me here. I would like to thank you first, Honorable DG ICCI, Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma ji, and Director Namo Gange, Anshul Agarwal ji for inviting me for this talk. I would be talking on the COVID-19 pandemic and health issues in children and adolescents. As you all know, the outbreak of this novel coronavirus, COVID-19, was started in December 2019, and it was declared as a pandemic in March 2020 by World Health Organization. Now, ever since that date, that pandemic has been escalating and threatening the whole welfare of the human beings globally. So if I say that children are not the face of this pandemic, this is a very true statement. You will ask why. There are a few reasons for that, because this COVID-19 infection, the total number of patients in the pediatric population is very less. And those affected children are only showing moderate to mild symptoms only, and the recovery rate is very good. So it is a fact that children are not the face of this pandemic. But they are the biggest victims. They are the biggest victims of this COVID pandemic. They are not the face, but they are the victims. So what are the reasons for saying that the children are the biggest victims? Because children are seriously affected in multiple areas during this COVID-19 pandemic. The areas are health, their safety and protection, their education, their economic impacts, social interaction, and the participation. Particularly, the most important concern area is the negative impact on their health. As you all know, health has multiple dimensions. You can have physical health, mental health, social health, spiritual health, emotional health. So all these health dimensions have been negatively impacted during this COVID-19 pandemic. Now we'll discuss why the children or the pediatric population is vulnerable to these mental health illnesses. Because number one, they have very limited understanding of the event. One fine day they were going to college, school, they were playing in the park, and suddenly they are limited to one room with lockdown and stories of all sort of deaths and COVID pandemic infection stories. So they have a very limited understanding of the event, and they are very anxious, very depressed, very frustrated. So they are very prone to suffer from various types of mental illnesses. Number two is their limited coping strategies, because they are very unable to escape the harms of the situation physically and mentally. And moreover, they may not be able to communicate their feelings. The conditions like home confinement, closure of schools, they are separated from friends, there is social distancing. Moreover, there is, due to the compulsion, there is increased screen time, exposure to mass media coverage, and there is high level of parental stress. That is very vital, because when the parents are stressed, this effect is directly proportional to their children. So there is high level of parental stress, there is high level of stress among the kids also. So all these factors accumulate and leading to various mental illnesses among the children, that is pediatric population. Now, what are the common symptoms of this psychological distress in the young children and adolescents? Now, the manifestations of the psychological distress in younger children is quite different from the adult population. These are very unique, and unlike our thought process, younger children can sense their parent distress, and they display their worries in a very unique fashion. They become more fussy, they struggle to focus or engage in a play, they may show some aggressive behavior like temper tantrums, and some kids show regressive behaviors like they start thumb sucking, bedwetting, and nail biting. This sort of regressive behavior, and most of the children with anxiety or depression, they have a lot of so-called sleep disturbances, multiple awakening in the middle of the night. They will suffer from frequent nightmares. Their altered sleep pattern will be there. These are seen in younger children. In adolescent and teenagers particularly, because they are able to express themselves better than the younger child, they have the potency of expressing things. So they feel more frustrated, they are more anxious, depressed. Some kids, teenagers, they show excessive anger, they show excessive of emotional outburst. Some report loss of appetite and others report increased appetite, irritability, and they vent out their energy by gaming, so leading to game addiction, some to cyberbullying, some to sexual misconduct. So these are the various forms of psychological distress which are seen in young children and adolescents. Now, another important aspect which is very much correlated with this mental health is circadian rhythm and sleep abnormalities. As you all know, our human body is a most unique gift of the nature. So human body has a biological clock. So this biological clock regulates our sleep-wake cycle and is responsible for multiple metabolic activities inside our body. So what happens that when there is a digital overload, that is, if the screen use is more, actually the display screens emits blue lights. So this blue light, what it causes, it causes the suppression of melatonin. This melatonin is a hormone which is secreted from the pineal gland. Now, when this melatonin is produced less, or it is not produced at all, so what happens that this melatonin hormone is responsible for the regulation of your sleep cycle. So in absence of melatonin, this sleep cycle cannot be regulated. So the child suffers from various types of sleep abnormalities. If this condition persists for a longer period, the child may suffer from various types of consequences and disorders. So it's digital addiction is a new poison. Digital addiction, overload of anything is bad, but it is too dangerous. The smartphone use and the laptop excessive use is too dangerous. Now, the kids are presenting with various types of the sleep disturbances, including biological clock disturbances, insomnia, movement disturbances, then breathing disturbances. Now, how to take care of this mental health of the children? Now, the first and the most important part is the counseling part. So you have to provide assurance whenever they need. So we have to listen to their concerns. We have to spend quality time with them and give them the attention they need. And at the earliest, we have to try to manage the child's anxiety. We have to answer their queries, and we should not avoid their questions related to COVID-19 or any other queries. Otherwise, they will be more anxious and depressed. So don't speak them harshly, make them understand that things will be better soon. And always try to give clear and correct information to the children. And due to this confinement and lockdown, the physical activity has decreased. So engage them in some sort of indoor activities like yoga, stretching exercises, might some fun activities, and make a routine of learning at home. Due to this lockdown and this COVID-19 pandemic spread, most of the schools are now running their classes through e-learning to at home. That's a compulsory thing, and the mode of learning has definitely changed, and indefinitely changed, it is anticipated. But avoid overexposure of digital platforms. So there are certain Ayurveda drugs which are mentioned in our ancient Samhitas, which are very effective in managing these mental illnesses, particularly anxiety, depression, sleep disturbances. One of these drugs is Centella asiatica, well known as Brahmi. Then another is Bacopa monieri, Andri. Tinospora codifolia, it is very well known drug. Guduchi, in Hindi it is known as Giloy. Apart from its anxiolytic, nootropic activity, it has a very good adaptogenic as well as immunomodulatory activity. And this another drug is Nordostachic Jatamans. This is an herb, so it is very good in managing the sleep abnormalities, particularly in insomnia. It is very good anxiolytic drug. And another drug is Acorus calamus, that is vacha. The rhizome is used in Ayurveda medicine, and it is very good as a brain tonic. It is good for your voice. Apart from this, various panchakarma procedures like Shirodhara, Nasya, as well as Shiro Abhyanga, that is head massage, is very effective in preventing as well as curating these anxiety disorders, depressive disorders. Any oil can be massaged once in a day. Particularly sesame oil is preferred, or coconut oil can be also used. Apart from this, various Ayurveda formulations are there, particularly drugs like Chandanadi oil, Himsagar oil, and then Bhingya Amlakyadi oil. And there are various formulations also, multiple Ayurveda formulations, which has to be taken under a supervision of a Ayurveda medical practitioner. And yoga practices, it is also very helpful in managing these anxiety-related disorders, particularly the Shavasana and Anulom Vilom Pranayama. And the children has to be taught to maintain a sleep hygiene. The sleep hygiene means that there should be no digital exposure in bedroom, and no to junk food and stimulating beverage like tea and coffee before bedtime. The child should go to the bed early, and there should be a sound sleep for at least 8 to 9 hours. Now, after going through the mental health consideration, we'll now to go for physical health considerations. Now, this recent studies have shown that during this COVID pandemic, there is an increased screen time and decreased physical activity. So there are various papers internationally published now, which shows that the screen time has significantly increased. Now, the international recommendation says that for children up to 2 years of age, there should be physical activity of at least 180 minutes per day, and a sedentary screen time for 0 minutes if below 1 year of age, and for not more than 60 minutes for under 2 years of age, and a good quality sleep for 11 to 15 hours in a day. In a children of 3 to 4 years of age, it is the same physical activity 180 minutes and at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise, and sedentary screen time no more than 60 minutes and good quality sleep of 10 to 13 hours. Similarly, in adolescents, there is a norm international guidelines. What is the moderate intensity exercises? How much that the child has to do? What is the recreational screen time? It must not be more than 2 hours. So, but the papers show the real scenario is that there is an increase in the screen time, there is decrease in the physical activity. So, a lot of new physical ailments are coming in the kids. That is excessive weight gain, frequent headaches, neck pain, backache, wrist pain, malaise, muscular pain. The kids are reporting with they are feeling exhausted and extremely fatigued. So how to manage these physical ailments, pain related, posture related? So the basic principle of management is to prevent things. So prevention is the better than cure. So how to prevent these physical ailments, posture related? So correct your posture. So sit upright, align your body properly, then take regular breaks and get up for an exercise or a stretching up exercises. Apart from this, there is a 90-90 rule. So what is 90-90 rule? So while sitting, your ankle joint, your knee joint, your hip joint should be at 90-degree angle, and the back should be straight, and the room should be well lighted and ventilated so that there is no strain on eyes, there is good posture, and there are less possibilities of strain related ailments in your body. So in Ayurveda advocates, in case of fatigue, muscular pain, the good medicine is Abhyanga, that is oil massage. This plain sesame oil you can prefer, coconut oil, mustard oil as per the regional variations, but there are certain Ayurveda medicated oils also like Bala oil and Shir Bala oil and Narayan oil, which can be also be utilized for Abhyanga. Then Ministry of Ayush recently launched a yoga protocol. So this yoga protocol is developed by a team of leading yoga experts. It has 3 modules. The 20-minute and 10-minute modules are recommended for children. It has to be done twice a day, morning and evening in empty stomach. And it has a list of 10 minutes and 20 minutes common yoga protocol. So the 10 minutes for school-going children, it is good for they go for 10 minutes protocol. And for adolescents, that is 20 minutes protocol. There are simple yogic poses and meditation which can be easily done at home. That is like neck bending exercises, shoulder movement, trunk movement. There is simple yogic poses like Tadasana Ardha Chakrasana, Shashakasana, etc. So these are very easy yogic procedures which can be done at indoors, and they are very helpful in managing pain and increases the flexibility of the body. So these are the basic, very common Tadasana, Vrikshasana, Bhadrasana, which can be easily done at home by the kids. Then, as Dr. Gulshan Sharma sir said, that diet is very vital. So diet is called as Mahabhaishajya. That is one of the biggest medicine. You don't need medicine if your diet is correct. It has an immunopotent activity, immunomodulatory activity. This is diet is your prana. So in case of physical elements or to prevent diseases, so the kids should get wholesome, nutritious diet, plenty of vegetables and fruits, adequate water intake, and abstinence from tea, coffee, and tobacco in any form. Another important aspect is eye care. Now, research papers all over the world shows that during this period, there is an increase in the level of myopia, increased incidence of myopia, because there is an increased screen time and in decreased physical activity, and there is an increased incidence of myopia. So simple exercises for eyes like eye rotation, blinking exercises, then swinging eye exercises, then bouncing ball exercises. These small simple procedures for 5 to 10 minutes a day can reduce the incidence of these ocular manifestations at very early stage. So kids can practice and regularly do these exercises at home. And Ayurveda advocates a very good eye tonic, that is Triphala. So Triphala is a combination of three things: Haritaki, Vivitaki, and Amlaki. So when these three things are taken in a equal quantity, so it is known as Triphala. So we have to prepare the Triphala decoctions or kada, and after cooling it with sprinkling over the eyes, wash the eyes. It is an eye tonic. It reduces the strain over the eyes. Minor complications like conjunctivitis also can be cured with this Triphala decoction. It is an eye tonic as per Ayurveda. There are various research papers which shows the efficacy of this Triphala in various types of computer vision syndrome and other ophthalmic conditions. Apart from this, there is a procedure known as Padabhyanga, that is massage of feet. So it has been shown that regular massage of the feet with plain sesame oil ensures the clear eyesight. Then cold pads over the eyes and regular Nasya therapy, it also improves the eyesight of the kids. Apart from these, various medications are there which can be taken under medical supervision. So Ministry of Ayush also released one Ayurveda immunity promoting measures which can increase the immunity of the child to fight against various types of infections. You must have been all aware of that, these measures. Drink warm water throughout the day, practice yoga and pranayam daily for 30 minutes, simple Chyawanprash and herbal tea made up of tulsi, dalchini and kali mirch you can take, golden milk with healthHe. This healthHe is a very good immunomodulator as well as anti-infective agent, and these simple procedures you can prevent and we can cure various types of easily manageable diseases. So with this, I thank you very much. We are in this together and we will get through this together. Thank you very much. I acknowledge my director, Dean PhD Studies, Dean PG Studies, and my MS, head of the department, and all my COVID warrior staffs, faculty members, PG scholars of my All India Institute of Ayurveda for giving this support for me. And this is my institute. This is an autonomous body under the Ministry of Ayush. It is a 200-bedded hospital. Now it is a full-fledged COVID hospital with 40-bed capacity. We are having an RT-PCR center, and it is the only national institute now who is dealing with COVID patients through only standalone Ayurveda therapy. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mahapatra ji. Each and every information part of it was so useful, because particularly for the children, it's very important for all of us to understand. And children are very precious to the whole society, civilization, and particularly to parents. So wonderful study, wonderful presentation, what you have given. We are really very happy. Necessity is the mother of invention, Dr. Mahapatra. As technology is advancing, And you cannot stop now technology, because technology, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, Internet of Things, blockchain, and so much will come in future. Right? And now you have to come out with some new exercises and new ways, like Swami Ramdev ji from morning 4 o'clock demonstrating and giving everything. So while doing this webinar, I also sit over here and I keep doing, and that keeps me fit all the time. So you got to give us some more valuable inputs. In near future, we will invite you. And because small kiddies and children, particularly school children and college going students and all, everybody would be now looking forward to what all can be done. And believe you me, nobody wants to go to hospital. People want to get into wellness therapy. People want everything to be all right in a natural way. So thank you very much. It was wonderful to have your presentation and to share your thought process. May I now extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Aryan Mittal ji. When I read everything, whatever brief was given to me about you, and particularly when you talked about food part, I felt so happy about it. Dr. You'll be surprised to know that coming from the armed forces background, and I'm the first, I think so, I don't know. After doing my master's and PhD, when I cleared the exam and I moved on deputation from the army to the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, and traveled the world over, I'm a vegetarian till date. I'm a teetotaler and I'm a non-smoker. I have maintained only one thing, and I have understood. And that's what I personally, when I read about your CV, I felt so happy that whatever you put inside the body, that is, you cannot hide. तुम्हें कोई देख रहा हो चाहे ना देख रहा हो, पर कुछ तो चल रहा है अंदर. अगर वो ठीक ना चल रहा हो तो प्रॉब्लम है. So with these words, I extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Aryan Mittal ji, and I hand over the entire different continents in the world to you. Let's share your thought process.
Okay. First of all, I thank ICSI.
डॉक्टर साहब थोड़ा वॉल्यूम बढ़ाइए, थोड़ा वॉल्यूम बढ़ाइए डॉक्टर साहब, वॉल्यूम बढ़ाइए.
Yeah, volume is perfectly okay.
या थोड़ा सा क्लोज आ जाइए या कहीं कुछ थोड़ा सा इसको और कर दीजिए, because people in different countries, your voice should reach. That's very important for us, sir.
Right. Is it audible now?
It's 1,000 times better. Please go ahead.
Right. Okay. First of all, I thank Dr. Gulshan Kumar ji. Thank you so much. Namo Gange Trust for giving me this opportunity to speak on this important topic. First of all, as I mentioned here in the slide, so you would be okay. This is the slide which is very, very important to understand. Disease comes to the stressed mind, weakened body, and the body and soul. Now, this is something very, very important to understand.
Dr. Sorry for the interruption. Dr.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I make a request to you? If you can hold the mic next to just your vocal cords, it will.
Is it okay?
I'm telling, I would be grateful
if
you maintain this.
Okay. Okay. So as I mentioned here, disease comes to the stressed mind, weakened body, and the burdened soul. So this clearly states that disease are being invited, it is not being given. So when a mind is relaxed, then of course all the disease will be taken care of by the body. Nature has designed this body so beautifully, so wonderfully, that it can handle any situation by itself. There is no need of any medications or any support system apart from just a small maintenance dosage, which gives the body so much of strength that it can manage the things by itself. Now, the second thing is, don't treat the disease, but help the body to fight back. Now, God has given something very important, which is called your internal immune system, which is a natural doctor, right? Now, immune system works 24/7 by protecting from the various pathogens, bacteria, and everything, and keep us away from the all disorders. There's slightly difference in like small disorders, which is like maintenance purposes, which is keep coming and going, which is called fever and stuff like that. But major problems are being taken care of by the body itself. Ayurveda is a science basically, which works on the holistic approach, right? Which gives a physical health, mental health, social and spiritual well-being. Now, it is very, very understood by this statement. Now, I basically point the focus on three basic things. One is like mind, second is body, and third is soul. Whatever disease comes in, it affects the first stage, which is called mental state, which is approximately 60%. And every single person on this planet Earth is suffering with this problem. And with this issue, all the disease manifest in the body. And of course, if these things are not corrected at the time, then it can disturb the physical health as well, which is just the 10%. So what we need to do here is we need to follow these basic steps. Like we can go for the meditation, pranayama, hypnotherapy, positive auto suggestions, listen alpha brain waves. All these factors improves the functions of the mind and of course gives us the relaxation, which obviously gives us the relaxation to the body as well. Now, body has certain things which we need to understand. When we talk about food, there are two basic things. One is like the food which has no nutrition values, which is available everywhere in the world, and which is can be picked up and straight away taken to the body without even thinking whether it will be giving us the nutrition values or not. Second thing is the quality food. Now the quality food only has nutrition values, which is comprising of vitamins, minerals, protein, carbs, and fats. Now, these things, these five things, comes into two categories. One is like micronutrients and the macronutrients. Now, first two things, vitamins and minerals, are used for running the body. It's the working force of the body. Protein, carbs, and fats are important to building up the body. So these five things are very, very important. If all these five things are properly given to the body, then 90% of the body will be taking care of by itself. Body will keep up the disease by itself. Now, what is a nutrition? Nutrition is something which promotes the growth, development, maintains general health, support activities of daily living, and assist in the protection from the diseases. Now, this is what I call fuel for the body. If 90% of problems, if we need to correct it, then we need this fuel from the body. So fuel is very, very important. Now, God has given us the five type of food in terms of vegetables, legumes, raw fruits, nuts and seeds, grain, cereals, and milk, yogurt, and cheese. Now, if these five things are properly given to the body, then you can very well imagine there will be no problems, no diseases, no disorders, no illnesses. But problem is that we are not programmed to consume these at the regular intervals. What we are dealing with, the stress and the disturbance of the mind. So these things are not given to the body, and we are just going to the doctors for every small problems. So we need to understand this important factor very well. Now, these are the two basic nutrition concepts. Now, everybody know these five basic concepts are coming into two various aspects. One is like micro and other is macro. Now, this micro and macro nutrients are basically shared by two important medical practitioners, or you can say nutritionists or the dietitians. And these are very, very easy to understand. Everybody can understand this particular thing, and by understanding these two important factors, they can choose their food, and according to them, it can go to the body and work very well. Now, second thing is Ayurveda constitutional approach. As everybody know, Ayurveda has three important factors: Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. When these three factors are balanced in the body, then there will be no problem at all. There will be no imbalances. But these things are a little difficult to understand, and this can only be shared by the medical professional. So what they will do, they will give you a diet correction and obviously some medications, including herbs, for balancing these three factors. Okay. Now, the very important factor, which is the alkaline water, which is approximately 70% in the body. When alkaline water is there in the body, then of course 99% problems will be taken care of by the body itself. Because
keep the mic near, Doctor Saab. Keep the mic
yeah.
near.
Okay. Now it's okay. Hello.
Please go ahead. Please go
Yeah.
ahead. It's fine.
So yeah, the alkaline water is very, very important. Now, alkaline water is treated to give a high pH above 7, which is responsible to give a detoxification process, remove all the toxicological factors in the body responsible for giving disorders and various kind of diseases. And it also improves the hydration, increases the performance, it lowers the fatigue, rich in minerals, improves gut health, and the various other function which is responsible for the homeostasis state. Now, Ayurveda also says what to eat, why to eat, when to eat, and how to eat. Now, if these four factors are properly understood by everyone, then all the problems in the body which comes in because of the lack of these will easily go away. Now, very, very important factors. The Ayurveda is a preventive care system. So I would request each one of you to take the screenshot of this. These are some preventive cares which, if adopted in regular life, then major part of the illness will be easily cured and body will take over the imbalances. Some points to remember. These are some important aspects. So just go ahead and take the screenshot of this as well. And last but not the least, laughter and smiling face reduces most of the disorders naturally. So I think if we keep this thing in mind and spend our day according to this, then of course, no disease will come to the mind, body, and soul concepts. Thank you so much.
Doctor Saab, you finished?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Short and crisp and sweet. When you close the presentation, then only I'll be able to move on to the next one.
Yes, of course, sir. This was the last slide.
Okay. You got to close your presentation.
Right, sir. So I just feel if all these factors are being taken care of, then people will stay a very healthy life. So I think this is the thing which we need to understand. And thank you so much for giving me this chance to speak. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wellness for life.
Doctor, this last slide you can keep for 30 seconds and explain little more. Laughter and smiling face reduces most of the disorder naturally. This we want to understand little more.
Okay. See, what happens is when a person is smiling, then what happens? Our psychology improves. The hormone state becomes good, and the toxicity, of course, in the body gets reduced. The organs start working very well, and of course, detoxification process start happening, and body becomes in the homeostatic state naturally.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, after we have heard a wonderful notes, laughter is also there, smiling is also there, good food is also there, proper food is also there, nutritious food is also there from Dr. Aryan Mittal ji, the director of the Living Roots. नाम भी आपका है बहुत अच्छा है, Living Roots. Wow, that's great. May I now extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Dhanvantri Tyagi ji. Sir, you got to close your presentation.
Sir, I'm here.
Doctor Saab, you got to Dr. Aryan Mittal ji. You got
Yes,
to close your presentation.
Yeah, I've closed it, sir.
When you close it, then I'll be able to change the mode of the speakers and I get him right in the front. No problems. Take your time. Take your time. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next distinguished speaker is Dr. Dhanvantri Tyagi ji, and he's from the Dhanvantri Hospital from Hapur. And Hapur is a wonderful place. Is it same when we go from Delhi via Ghaziabad to Muradnagar side and Hapur comes? Is that the place, Doctor?
No, on the route from Delhi to Muradabad.
Okay,
it's by Garmukeshwara.
Muradabad, Delhi to
on
Muradabad.
Bank of Ganges.
Yes. आपका माइक बहुत नजदीक है, आपको थोड़ा सा दूर करना पड़ेगा.
कर लेता हूँ, thank you.
Your mic, किसी का माइक नजदीक है, किसी का दूर है. आपका माइक ज्यादा. डॉक्टर साहब, आपको अपना वीडियो क्लोज करना है, my dear brother. Doctor, my other friend has to close. Anyway, धनवंतरी जी, मैं कोशिश करता हूँ आपको डायरेक्ट लेके आता हूँ, वो अपना बाद में क्लोज कर लेंगे. Dr. Dhanvantri ji. I would request you, ladies and gentlemen, we extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Dhanvantri Tyagi ji. He is with us and he's from Dhanvantri Hospital, Hapur. So Dr. Shab, let's have your thought process. Let's share your ideas and let's get your vision.
Thank you, sir. Good evening from Bharat. The last speaker bears much pressure and also the good opportunity. Previous speakers told you everything about today's topic.
थोड़ा सा mic दूर कर लीजिए, थोड़ा सा mic दूर कर लीजिए, because
I practice. Is it clear or normal voice right now?
हाँ, नहीं, आप क्योंकि ये echo दे रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा, हाँ जी.
Echo दे रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा.
Because I want people world over to listen to it properly, because your vocal cords are very important for us, Doctor.
Basically, I have a very high pitch voice. So, is it normal now?
Better than before, but somewhere you are sitting at a place or you are talking from a place where there is an echo. Okay, anyway, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Again, I'm repeating. Good evening from Bharat. The last speaker bears much pressure and also the good opportunity. Previous speakers told you everything about today's topic. Basically, I am practicing in a small town, but fortunately with the state-of-the-art facilities, and normally I don't have well-educated patients. The worried patients are everywhere in this universe. The worried patient means it's a disorder where the patient actually has no disease, but he or she feels that there is some disorder. It's called Gadodveg in Ayurveda or hypochondriasis in modern medicine science. The treatment is to fill the communication gap between the doctor and the patient. In Ayurveda, there are many manas rogas like depression and anxiety, etc. What is the difference between a male murderer or a normal male? That's a question for you all. Again, I am repeating, what is the difference between a male murderer and a normal male? Both have same numbers of bones, muscles, veins and organs, etc. The answer is the difference is the mentality. Again, the next question is, what is the difference between a brave soldier and a criminal? See, the answer is the difference in bhava. Bhava means the sentiments that are connected with that work or task or commitment. See, how things are changed just due to mentality and the bhava. The questions or the answers proves themselves. The very slide. It's all about the rules. The difference between the bhava and the mentality is very slight. It's all about the social rules. So, the rule of Ayurveda is ati sarvatra varjaye. Excessing of anything every time causes trouble. And the synonym of disorder or disease is the trouble. Hoping more than the life, hoping more than you give into life. Again I am repeating, hoping more than the life, hoping more than you give into the life, always comes with low output, thus creates stress. I am speaking very slowly that you can understand every word. In Ayurveda or in the science, every word has its own and fresh meaning. The stress causes anxiety. If you are still satisfied about your output and the expectations, then it may turn into the depression. Now, I am coming to the current COVID situation. During this COVID era, everyone is working hard to recover from current situation. Like businessmen are working hard to cover their losses, and the government is working hard to cover up the situation. The scientists are working hard to procure exact treatment or vaccine. Meantime, every common man is well exhausted or under pressure when vaccine will come, when we overcome from this situation. But exactly in Ayurveda, we have two different things. The first one is the duties, and the second ones are their rights. In Sanskrit, the duties are called kartavya and the rights are called adhikar. In Manas Rogas, it is stated very clearly, and we in our daily practices, we feel that कि जो कर्तव्य करता है उसी को ही अधिकार पाने की इच्छा रखनी चाहिए. So, meantime, every common person has only one option to follow the guidelines and stay happy for what they have. Means the expectations are high, I know, but the output may be delayed, or the expectation or the expected results may be delayed or may not be available. But what one can achieve is every common man has only one option to follow the guidelines and stay happy what they are having. Because expecting more than the fate or before than the time always creates negative thoughts. Life is a river. Life is like a river, or life is a river. And you have to flow with the streams like a bamboo flowing in the stream of the river. The Hindu science says that after creating 83,99,999 creatures, means 83,99,999 yoniya, it is called in Ayurveda or in Hindu science, the mighty God created the human. Again, Ayurveda itself says not only balance of the dosha, Agni and the Dhatu is the state of the health, but the satisfied mind, calm soul completes it. So every time when we are talking about the complete health, it never completes without an satisfied mind and calm soul. Then what is the basic and what we have to think? I'm giving you a formula like I am following and all the army personals are following. What they are following? It's a discipline. Why all the army personals have a good health? Meanwhile, they are getting older. Why? It's all about discipline, and discipline comes from your learning, and learning comes from your guru. It is Ayurveda formulation. When every science ends about the medicinal science, then Ayurveda starts. So I'm giving you a formula, note it, work out on it. Wake up as young, work as an adult, sleep like a child, and you never feel like an elder. And this is the time, my friends, then we have to conclude and we have to keep more things in a small box. And this time, Jai Dhanvantari, Jai Ayurveda. Thank you, Bodhridmi.
थैंक यू वेरी मच डॉक्टर साहब. एक बार जरा वो रिपीट कर दीजिए, स्लीप लाइक ए चाइल्ड, वो वाला पूरा रिपीट कीजिए जरा, क्या था लास्ट वाला?
अच्छा सर, wake up as young.
Wake up as young. Okay.
How a young person wakes up?
Okay, wake up as young.
Work as an adult means you are an experienced person. There should be an expertise. Okay. Or the skill.
Okay, work as an adult.
Work as an adult. Sleep like a child.
Wake up, wake
You
up.
never feel like an elder. Sir, this is the formula you are following. My father is following. My grandfather is following. And from where I get it. मेरे जो दादाजी थे वो 122 years के बाद में
God bless. God bless.
तो ये क्यों हुआ? ये इसलिए हुआ कि उनका ये कहना था कि आप सुबह से शाम तक खूब जी तोड़ मेहनत करिए और शाम को जब आप घर पे आते हैं वो समय आपका चीजों को चिल करने का होता है, जैसे आज का यंग बोलता है चिल करना है, तो चिल करने का होता है। और चिल करने का मतलब फिर टेंशन लेने का नहीं है। आप रात को सोइए, आराम से सोइए, सारी चीजों को छोड़ दीजिए क्योंकि अगला दिन फिर आने वाला है। दूसरी बात यह है कि किसी को भी कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि सुबह को हम जागेंगे या नहीं जागेंगे, लेकिन फिर भी हम अलार्म लगा के सोते हैं। ऐसी पॉजिटिविटी सर। अगर हम कहते हैं कि हमारी लाइफ से नेगेटिविटी ही नेगेटिविटी है, पॉजिटिविटी नहीं है, तो ऐसी स्थिति में अगर हम डाइट, लाइफस्टाइल, ये सब चीजों को, मेडिकेशंस को, इन सब चीजों को भी फॉलो करेंगे तो भी कोई काम नहीं। एवरीथिंग शुड बी इन बैलेंस, विद इन बैलेंस स्टेट। हर एक चीज की अलग होती है।
तीन चीजें इकट्ठी हुई, वेकअप एज यंग, वर्क एज एन एडल्ट एंड स्लीप लाइक ए चाइल्ड।
सर
इसका चौथा तो नहीं, इसके आगे कुछ और?
वो जो फोर्थ वाला है ना जिसको आप सुनना चाह रहे हैं, उसको लोग एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करना चाहते हैं।
ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू, प्लेजर, थैंक यू वेरी मच, वेरी काइंड ऑफ यू।
No one wishes to get old, sir.
Thank you. Let me get back to Ajit ji. Ajit ji, I'm back to you, sir. Ajit ji, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay, fine.
You want me to talk about what now?
हम closing remarks सबसे ले रहे हैं, तो 1 or 2 minutes everybody gets, and from you, teacher empowerment. I'm interested in teacher empowerment.
I will club both this, because fortunately what happens is I've understood the beauty when that topic of laughter came. I would like to give an answer which is very, very simple, because I'm a pharmacist. And now, without giving chemicals, why I backward integrated is through my talk, I give a dose. What is that dose? D for dopamines, O for oxytocin, S for serotonin, E for endorphins. These are the 4 chemicals which power a person. Dopamines come whenever you read something good, whenever you learn something new. So every year I gift myself one language or one instrument to study. So dopamines are released when you learn something new. So in a house, please keep a learning atmosphere. Dopamines keep releasing. There are only 4 or 5 now. The scientists have come out with Anandamide. They gave the word Anandamide because there is no word beyond bliss. So the 5th one is Anandamide, but let me talk about this dose. O is oxytocin. Oxytocin means where in a house there is love. So please, my dear friends, all families sit together, interact with love, rather than finding faults, find facts, and try to appreciate each other. Otherwise, what is going to happen? When we find faults, we are releasing adrenaline, acetylcholine, which is only destroying people. So you must have seen, जब गाय का दूध ज्यादा चाहिए बछड़े को छोड़ते हैं, तो गाय ऑक्सीटोसिन छोड़ती है। आजकल हम ऑक्सीटोसिन इंजेक्शन देते हैं फॉर एक्स्ट्रा मिल्क टू कम। So please, my dear friends, where there is love in a house, there will be oxytocin release. There are only major 4 feel-good factors. D for dopamine, go on learning new things, learning. O for oxytocin, love. And S for serotonins, meditation. And these are calmness, respect. They all release serotonins. And E is for endorphins. Laugh. When you laugh, you release endorphins. When you exercise, you release endorphins. And therefore, my dear friends, learn to release these 4 chemicals. You'll never have pandemic, no pandemic, there is no problem. Manasthiti will control Paristhiti. Don't worry about Paristhiti. If your Manasthiti is in control, all the Paristhiti, I am, sad that in India people spend so much money for health care. If only people had spent money for health retention, because we are born with healing power. That's why health, we are in the healing position. No medicines can cure human beings. Medicine can only prevent secondary infections or something of that sort. But your body has to repair yourself. And that can come with these 4 chemicals: dopamines, oxytocin, serotonins, and endorphins. You gave me 2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes khatam ho gaye mere.
Thank you very much. Such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. Let me just get back to my second friend, Dr. Mahapatra ji. Dr. Mahapatra ji. Yeah, you get 1 minute. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Earlier you came in black and white. Now you're coming in color. Okay. Right.
Changing colors.
Something for children. Something for children. Because see, you're doing your practice basically. So something for children. Come on.
So I will just quote an saying from Swami Vivekananda.
Yeah.
Swami Vivekananda told that the greatest religion is to be true to your own nature. Okay. And have faith in yourselves. So when we have faith in ourselves, we can win everything, we can gain everything, we can think of everything we can do if we have faith in ourselves. So that's the only message. We can win COVID-19, we can win ourselves also. So that is the last message I want to convey. Thank you very much for inviting. That it was a very good session. And my father was in army. He served for Indian Army for 26 long years. I know the enthusiasm and the energy of the army personnel. Thank you very much.
God bless. God bless. Thank you very much. So all power is within. Dr. Aryan Mittal ji.
Yes, the last information I would like to share is focus only on your body, because body knows everything. God has created this instrument with lot of information, lot of protection, and if we take care of this, then everything is being taken care of. So just good quality, go for a good quality food, good sleep, and good life. That's it. It's very simple rule of the nature.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Dr. Dhanvantri ji.
Sir.
कुछ हो जाए ना आपसे 1 मिनट के लिए क्लोजिंग रिमार्क्स है नाउ
जो कि दिमाग से ना हो
कुछ भी आप कहना चाहें whatever you would like to tell the universe, because people are watching you world over, so whatever you wish to tell them, I would say now you're connected with the all different continents world over, whatever you want to tell them.
I would like to share an experience. Like I have many experiences of same condition. Basically, I am surgeon by my field, and the surgery, it relieves pain, but sometimes it also produces pain. Basically, what I got, most patients, when we talk with them before the treatment and when we fill the gap of communication between me and my patient, they don't feel any pain during the surgery or post-operatively. And in those cases, when I fail to fill the gap between the doctor and patient communication gap, or the patient refuses to understand my complete knowledge or keep faith in me, then they feel more pain during the procedure and the more pain post-operatively comparatively to the patient who are well satisfied with me. So it's all about the mentality. See, I have many patients with a body weight of more than 125 kilograms or more. They also having comorbid factors, and in this COVID era, they are more prone to get infected with this COVID-like situation, but they are very healthy. On the other hand, I have many patients, they are quite healthy, they follow the daily regimen, they follow the diet regulations, and they regularly consults with me, but there is something missing between the doctor and patient communication. There is something missing. The missing component is the bhav. They basically consult me with the, like, for professional things, like that, professional things. That I am a doctor, I will charge, and then they will pay for it, then they will ask some questions, I will reply to them. Then those patients are very curious about vaccine, treatment, exact protocol, etc. So in the complete of, in the whole 11 years of my practice, what I felt that the doctor-patient communication should be filled with the time or the consultation. So the major thing is the mentality. Major thing is mentality. Why I asked the question about the murderer and the normal male and the brave soldier, and difference between the brave soldier and criminal or the murderer. The brave soldier also murdered someone, and the criminal or murderer also murdered someone. What is the difference? The difference of the mentality and difference of the social rules. So what are the social rules? Social rules are stated with the society or the created by the society. And what is society? Society are I am, you are. Societies like societies component like समाज शास्त्र में ये कहा जाता है कि व्यक्ति से समाज बनता है, समाज से व्यक्ति बनते हैं. There is a connection between them. तो बेसिकली जब तक हम चीजों को सही नहीं समझेंगे, जहां तक बात है दवाओं की, हमारे जो सीनियर हैं डॉक्टर अजीत केंकरी जी ने कहा है कि 4 केमिकल्स आर देयर. ओके, बिल्कुल ठीक है, सही है, मैं उनसे एग्री करता हूं. लेकिन बेसिकली अगर वो सारे केमिकल्स या फिर हम उसके लिए उस केमिकल के ऊपर ही काम करना शुरू कर देंगे तो हम कहीं ना कहीं एक होलिस्टिक अप्रोच को मिस कर देंगे. देखिए, हम कहीं भी अगर ये कहते हैं कि यहाँ पर सारी चीजें सही नहीं है और हम सब बेसिकली जैसे हमारा ह्यूमन बॉडी है तो ये अपनी मेडिसिन खुद जनरेट करता है, हम केवल रॉ मटेरियल देते हैं, चाहे वो आयुर्वेदा वाले हों, चाहे एलोपैथी वाले हों, चाहे वो कुछ भी हो. अगर दवा से ही ठीक होता तो लास्ट स्टेज की या असाध्य रोग जैसी इनक्योरेबल डिसऑर्डर और डिजीज की स्टेट जैसी कोई चीज नहीं होती. तो पॉइंट बिटवीन, तो उनको हम डिफाइन नहीं कर सकते हैं. देयर शुड बी बैलेंस बिटवीन एवरीथिंग. दैट वाज फॉर माय लास्ट पॉइंट. थैंक यू.
डॉक्टर गुलशन जी, एक रिक्वेस्ट कर सकता हूं?
श्योर सर, प्लीज.
टुमारो, जैसे भारत का नाम भारत क्यों है? भावा रागा ताला, जब तक अलाइन नहीं होता इंसान में भारत नहीं हो सकता है. तो टुमारो आई गॉट अ वंडरफुल कोर्स, इट्स अ फ्री कोर्स ऑन हाउ टू फेस चैलेंजेस इन लाइफ ओनली थ्रू अलाइनिंग दिस भावा रागा ताला थ्रू माइंडफुलनेस. जैसे अभी डॉक्टर गन,
एट व्हाट टाइम इट इज?
टुमारो फ्रॉम 6 to 7:30.
6 to 7:30 p.m.
So shall I give her the link with your permission in this thing?
By all means, sir. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? The humanity has to be benefited. That is the main purpose of this program.
Yeah.
We want to share information with everybody. And if you have come on Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page, there are more than 680 people. Those are on the watch party at present from the world over. If you share your information over there, you can link with the entire world, because everybody feels like coming on a Facebook. You're more than welcome, and that's why I requested initially in the chat box over here also, kindly put your name, kindly put your details, kindly put your email ID. Let people contact you world over. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a wonderful session today. We all enjoyed thoroughly. We touched almost all the aspects related to our wellness. somebody focused on children, somebody focused on the food part, somebody focused on the entire holistic part and all that. And I personally feel I'm a living example before all of you, and that is at the age of 70. My energy is that of 20 years old boy. It's only my lifestyle. It's only my living style. I am a total vegetarian. I'm a teetotaler. I'm a non-smoker. After this particular webinar, I will sleep like what he mentioned over there, sleep like a child and sleep like a log. And that's what I'm going to take care of. Tomorrow morning, 3:30, I get up. And when I get up at 3:30 in the morning, the world is altogether different. Talk to those trees, talk to that greenery, and see all around what is happening. And nowadays, during this, coronavirus, this pandemic, I'm so surprised. I have never seen bats in the morning, never ever. But now, 3:30 early in the morning, when I'm walking, I'm seeing so many, so many birds are flying. They are sitting at a particular place. I don't know what relationship we all have managed. And now the birds are not at all scared. They don't fly away from there. They sit there only. I'm finding so much of change. So ladies and gentlemen, we got to live in the harmony, and that is Ayurveda. We all got to live in the harmony with the nature. We got to understand ourselves. We got to respect everybody. We got to respect everybody's sentiments. And at the same time, the entire global fraternity, I'm pretty sure you all must have enjoyed this evening, beautiful. And with these notes, because Dr. Ajit ji is still typing, so I would convey my thanks to Dr. Anshul. Let me promote him to a doctor now today. Anshul Agrawal ji, because he has put in a lot of efforts from Namo Gange. He's a wonderful gentleman, wonderful person who keeps practicing the thing every Saturday. Monday to Friday, world over, we talk about education. But today, on Saturday, with wellness, the education was linked up so well and all. A lot of people are asking question on spondylitis. A lot of people are asking question for future on eye strain. So I would request people, those are working like Dr. Mahapatra on kids. And as far as Ajit ji is concerned, his is a holistic approach completely. Because I'm going to say that is there is no disease, there is no problem. It's all your mental state. You've got to remain positive, talk positive, think positive, dream positive, eat positive, sleep positive, get up positive, and positive, positive, and positive. And
of course,
somebody in Ayurveda, Aryan ji, should also work on to. Of course, you talked about good food, and that is something very nice. अजवाइन का दोपहर को 2 रोटी खाइए और बढ़िया सी सब्जी लीजिए. ब्रेकफास्ट की जरूरत नहीं है, डिनर की जरूरत नहीं है, फ्रूट्स वगैरह ले लीजिए और सब कुछ बढ़िया. जितना कम बॉडी में खाएं उतना अच्छा है. एंड द फाइनली मैं चाहता हूं कोई ना कोई आयुर्वेदिस्ट इसके ऊपर होमवर्क करे. मैं वीडियो ढूंढ रहा हूं जो मेरे को आज तक नहीं मिली. तानसेन ने वो कौन सा राग गाया कि राग दीपक, और जिसके अंदर सारे दिए जल गए. तो कहीं ना कहीं तो म्यूजिक के अंदर कुछ है, संगीत में कुछ तो है. और खासकर आशा भोसले जी, नाउ द लेजेंड, the beautiful voice of this country, she sent a message to the Honorable Prime Minister, Education Minister, and everybody that I'm so happy now engineering student can study music also. They can opt in the new education policy. Dr. Aryan, you wanted to say something. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to share one example. There were one person at the age of around 83 came to me for cancer. So he was so frightened, he was so curious that पता नहीं मैं ठीक होऊंगा भी या नहीं, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब मेरे लाइफ का बहुत कम पार्ट रह गया है. So I just make him relaxed by giving some hope and remove the fear from him. I said कि जाना तो एक दिन है ही है सबको, so why not to enjoy life. And he started enjoying his life. He started working and everything, going out, and the reports came very positive. The CRP, which was around 102, that came down to 9. I mean, the inflammation reduced, the infection reduced, and a lot of things, he got benefit, and now he's enjoying life. He's good. Everything is fine now.
डॉक्टर साहब, मैं तो आजकल मणिकर्णिका का गाना सुनता हूँ. ये इतना अच्छा है. देश से है प्यार तो हर पल ये कहना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं, भारत ये रहना चाहिए. सिलसिला ये बाद मेरे यूं ही चलना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं, भारत ये रहना चाहिए. That is something we got to live with, that positivity. And somewhere we should do the research on music also. Dr.
Yeah.
Ajit wants to say something.
Yeah, since you're talking about music, we are made up of 5 elements of nature: fire, water, wind, earth, ether.
Yeah.
Fire never struggles to glow.
Yeah.
Wind never struggles to blow. Water never struggles to flow. Earth is rotating and revolving simply, and the space is engulfing us without any problem. So when you start singing music, music engulfs this. That's why your body starts moving. 2/4 rhythm moves your body. And as the rhythm starts becoming softer, your mind starts revolving. And music is exactly between your body and the meditation. That's why.
आपने बहुत रिसर्च किया, आपने बहुत काम किया. मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, एज ए एल्डर ब्रदर, मैं अपने आप को इम्पोज कर रहा हूँ कि मैं आपका बड़ा भाई हूँ. I think in age somewhere biologically I am your elder brother. तो मुझे लगता
5 years से, I am 65 sir.
तो देखिए वो राइट तो मुझे आप देंगे 5 साल वाला. तो मैं आपसे ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, all of us, those are in Ayurveda, those are practicing Ayurveda, those are talking about holistic healing, the entire ecosystem. मेरी आपसे हाथ जोड़ के एक प्रार्थना है, कहीं ना कहीं म्यूजिक को इसके साथ जोड़ के कहीं लेकर आइए और कुछ ढूंढिए इसके अंदर कि म्यूजिक थेरेपी में मैं इतना कन्विंस्ड हूं कि म्यूजिक में कुछ ऐसा जरूर है, क्योंकि हर बार जब मेरी थकान खत्म हो जाती है म्यूजिक से. अब जैसे डॉक्टर अजीत जी, मैं छोटा सा एक आपसे कहूंगा, 1967 की यश चोपड़ा जब अपने बड़े भाई से अलग हुए, उनकी पहली पिक्चर बनी थी वक्त, जिसके अंदर सुनील दत्त थे, राजकुमार थे, रहमान जी थे, साधना जी थी, शर्मिला टैगोर थी. उसमें गाना था, वक्त से दिन और रात, वक्त से कल और आज, वक्त की हर शय गुलाम, वक्त का हर शय पे राज. आदमी को चाहिए वक्त से डर कर रहे, कौन जाने किस घड़ी वक्त का बदले मिजाज. वक्त से दिन और रात, वक्त से कल और आज, वक्त की हर शय गुलाम, वक्त का हर शय पे राज. मुझे लगता है म्यूजिक जो है ना सर, म्यूजिक इज समथिंग. तो आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे थे, सॉरी, प्लीज गो अहेड.
Yeah, see, students, one person came and made them to write one statement, I have a dream, I want to see it come true. तो मैं एक दिन स्कूल में गया, सब लोगों ने लिखा है, मैंने बोला इसको म्यूजिक में कन्वर्ट करो. तो उसको हमने क्या किया, थोड़ा ट्यून लगाया, उसमें 4 लाइन लगाए. क्या किया, I have a dream I want to see come true, I won't give up no matter what I do. I have a dream I want to see come true, I won't give up no matter what I do. There's a long, long way I have to go. I'll keep running. This I know. I'll keep running, chasing my dream, chasing my dream, chasing my dream, chasing my dream. वो क्या होता है, म्यूजिक लगाने से एक रौनक बढ़ जाती है.
लवली लवली लवली. और एक बार वो दोहरा दीजिए, क्योंकि मेरे फेसबुक पे 3 लोगों ने लिखा कि डॉक्टर, उनसे कहिए अजीत जी से, वो जो आपने विंड के बारे में भी कुछ बताया उसको दोबारा रिपीट कीजिए.
See, we are made up of 5 elements of nature.
Yes.
Fire. Fire is 4% in our body.
Okay.
It never struggles to glow.
Okay.
Water is 72%. It never struggles to flow. And our earth body is 12%. It never struggles to revolve or rotate and never meets with an accident from years together. Okay. There is no power, no electricity. Oh. Then there is air which never struggles to blow.
Okay.
And space simply engulfs you. When the 5 elements of nature are not struggling, why is this man struggling?
The whole world enjoyed this wonderful morning, afternoon and evening, and your musical notes also. Dekhiye, finally we have extracted the talent out of you. You were hiding, you were keeping to yourself. You must share with the whole world. And thank you very much. I hope my panelists also enjoyed this wonderful evening in India. And we are thankful to each one of you. And thank you very much, all my distinguished guests and distinguished panelists. And of course, the wonderful audience world over, wherever you are. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for the wonderful deliberations. It was right from the heart. And it is no more communication. It is connecting heart to heart, connecting soul to soul, connecting mind to mind. And that is the beauty of this particular program. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, wish you a green morning, green afternoon and a green evening, green day, wonderful day. And people in India, Dr. Mahapatra says, and another Dr. Dharmantri also, sleep like a child. I am going to sleep like a child now, and then we get up tomorrow. And Dr. Aryan says, eat the correct food, that is the way. And Ajiji, beautiful music notes you have given to me, and that is something. Chalo ek baar phir se ajnabi ban jaye hum dono. We will meet again. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Wonderful.